So you're considering studying abroad in Amsterdam. Well, there are lots of things to consider, and as someone who's been here for around 2 weeks now, I'm starting to get the feel for things here. One of the big things is biking. A stereotype about Amsterdam is that people bike everywhere all the time, and that's the main source of transportation. Is this true? Yes, absolutely. I'm astonished by the amount of biking that's happening here. The infrastructure is just built for it. There are bike lanes with bike stop and go lights, and bikes are actually considered the primary transportation system here, and cars are considered guests of the city. And don't be alarmed when you see Dutch people riding their bicycles and doing just about everything else at the same time. So you'll see people texting and riding their bikes, delivering food on their bikes, listening to music on their bikes, putting makeup on their bikes. It's insane. They're very talented, very multi-talented. And once you get here, getting a bike is one of the first things you need to think about doing. So there are multiple rental bike places. There are Facebook groups where you can collaborate with people and buy their bike if they're also a student that's studying abroad and selling theirs. Or you can go to like Waterlooplein, which is an open air market, and buy one, but most of those are stolen. So something to consider. Bike theft is actually the biggest thing in Amsterdam in terms of crime. So it's estimated that 50,000 bikes a year are stolen, and then more than likely painted and resold. So just a tip, if you do go to one of those markets and expect to get like a cheap price on a bike, between like 50 and 100 euro, don't get the lock from them too. You need to invest in like a 30 euro and a 50 euro lock to make sure that your bike isn't stolen. So if you take a look at my bike, there's going to be a front light, a back light, which both need to be on at night when you're riding your bike, a bell to let people know that you're coming behind them. That's the universal signal to have people move over so you can pass them. And then you need to have at least 2 locks. So one lock for the back wheel, and then one large heavy-duty chain lock or a U lock to chain 2 solid objects to make sure that your bike isn't stolen. I actually purchased mine through a Facebook group, and it was 100 euro, had everything on it that I needed, and it works really, really well. Another thing to consider when getting a used bike is to look at the tires and make sure that they're all good and ready to go, and then you'll be ready to hit the roads in Amsterdam. Just make sure that you yield for pedestrians, unlike the Dutch, who tend not to do that, and watch where you're going, use your bell, and be safe. Hopefully you'll get to bike in Amsterdam at some point, whether it's study abroad or visiting, but it's a whole lot of fun and it's an ideal way to get around and work out. So hope to see you soon. Doei doei!